live on Instagram, live on Facebook. No, that's not live on Instagram, and soon to premiere on YouTube. My name is Rick Noda. We're here at T3 Body, where we tighten, tone, and transition. And today, in our topic of discussion, we're going to continue to discuss and talk. Today is my fails. Today, when I started doing some of these workouts and establishing T3 Body, there's a lot of experimentation, business model things that you try. So, those who are just tuning in today, when I started my company, I literally started it because I thought as a kid, it was a great way to manage my ADHD. My mom helped me with it, helped my diet and nutrition, biologically helped there. As I went into the Marine Corps really packaged it up and really showed me how to use it to my advantage when it comes to being hyperactive. So if I wanted to really drink a whole bunch of caffeine and really do something, I could be hyper-focused and be an expert in my field. And that was really good because I was learning a lot about exercise physiology. So what I wanted to do, and when someone would work out with me when I went then to become a nurse, and then asked the doc, going, "Hey doc, do you mind if I run a workout here out of the parking lot?" He goes, "Sure." I had a very limited amount of time with everybody, so I was still hurting like crazy. I had just got done, retiring from elite racing. So the first thing we started was calisthenics. Now, I got done with the workout, and people were in the grinder and they were like gassed. They're like, "Oh my God, this was so hard. It's like the hardest thing I've ever done." And I go, "I'll be here on Wednesday." They'd come back on Wednesday. "Oh my God, this is so hard. My God." They showed back up on Friday. So it was a joke that as they were working out with me, I used to say, "You're crazy to work out with me." That didn't work too well. I still want to grab a client. I just want you to know that. That one didn't work so much because you're like, "Oh my God, they're the hardest workouts ever." Great. The other one that marketing thing that I tried, that failed completely. So the next marketing thing that I tried to do very quickly was, "Hey, can you come out and play?" Remember the story I told about my mom? She used to when I had a lot of hyper energy, she'd have me walk outside, knock on people's door, and I'd knock on your door and I'd go, "Hey, can you come out and play?" And I'd go to the next kid. "Can you come out and play?"
Warriors, come out to play.
I will tell you guys, that was really cool because you know what? I'd eventually find somebody, or then a big group of kids would play. So my saying back then would say, "Hey, can you come out and play?" Again, it was nice, but it wasn't sticking. So I move out of the doctor's office and I open up this facility right here, and I start to get certified in TRX classes and things like that. And those of you guys know I'm dyslexic. So we're in a TRX class and I'm doing a session and I'm doing, I'm demoing and things like that. And the statement goes that first you get stable, which helps with your mobility. And that mobility gives you kind of the results that you're looking for. So as in these TRX classes, which is really nice, is they ask you to demo in front of your other peers. So as I'm cueing, using my cue methods that TRX showed me, I actually invert the saying. I said, "All right, you guys, now as you push on back, keep your mobility going and then keep strong through that plank so you stay stable." Well, after I got done with the critique, everyone critiqued this, and the criticism that came, not in a bad way, but in a constructive manner, was that I mixed up the mobility. It should have been stability plus mobility, and I just inverted it. Right there on the spot, I go mobility plus stability, but you guys brought the intensity. And guess what? For a few years, that was kind of the slogan, but that wasn't enough. Because remember, a lot of the times I was outside in parks. I started in a parking lot. So if you've ever tried to carry business cards or anything like in your shorts, or even these 511 trousers or whatever, they get wet. So it's like handing someone a dollar bill after you've been at the pool. It doesn't really work that well. The other thing is, if you're asking me about my clients right there, guess what? It's selfish to my clients to go, "Yeah, buddy, you can meet me here." So I didn't want to take away from my clients during that time. So, I had an idea. Wearing 2 different color shoes. Fitness nurse here in beautiful Encinitas, California at Moonlight Beach. A red one or a blue one, whichever one. So that took me having to buy 2 different pairs of shoes in order to do this. So the method behind it was, hey, look for the coach with the 2 different shoes. You don't have to know my name. Don't have to do whatever. Just find the guy with the 2 different shoes. You guys, mobility plus stability, and life brings the intensity. Look for the guy that has the 2 different shoes. I'm sponsored by TRX. I'm an ambassador. I'm running around. Guess what? Doesn't work the greatest. Who wants to work out with a guy that can't even match his shoes? That's what some guy told me. And it was a game changer, you know? Still makes me laugh to this day because I've emotionally grown a little bit. Sorry, I've emotionally grown a little bit. So what I said was, you're absolutely correct. And guess what I did? I went ahead and put 2 regular shoes on, and I actually looked at the statement, and I said, he's right. Mobility plus stability gives me balance. Okay? Took off the shoes, did this, get sponsored by Lululemon. I become a sweat ambassador. We're going through. Now I'm going around town saying mobility plus stability equals balance. Have my daughter, Callie, her picture there with a tree, a weeping tree, a willow. We're a wellness kindness organization. And I got to tell you guys, up until just about last year, I thought that was going to work. But can I tell you something? Everybody kept telling me, Rick, I come to your place because you do what? You motivate me. You inspire me, and at the end, I get better. Forget the science. Forget everything else. I know you got that handled but your motivation inspires us to be better. And I said, that's it. There you go. T3 Body, that became that because my clients, told me that you tighten, tone, and you transition this into your daily life. And our motivation here, not just Rick Notice, Esteban the producer, Sally, all of my athletes, we bring the motivation to inspire us to be better, you guys. As you see right now, even the wood, the brick backing, the podcast stuff here, I date back, you guys, to starting my company. Again, back in 1995 when I hit the footprints. In 2010, I started doing functional movement. And as I sit here in 2019 with a producer doing a podcast, and I tell you this, our motivation inspires you to be better. And we practice here the 7 Ps. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. We train SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic targets. And guess what? That's in 4 stages: biological, psychological, social, and spiritual. Breaking that on that journey is how I get the results and the goals you look forward to. So you guys, this podcast is a little bit longer because I wanted you guys to understand kind of where we're at today and where our motivation brings us. And Esteban, Panic and Coffee, as always, powers this engine. And I will see you guys tomorrow, where I'm going to talk about, you guys, believe it or not, now where we're going. What is the expectation, or the next podcast for April and then May? Our motivation aspires to be better. Rick Noda, founder at T3 Body, where we tighten, tone, and transition. If you're looking to get a hold of me via email, go to info@t3bodyencinitas.com. That's info@t3bodyencinitas.com. Follow me on Instagram at T3Body or YouTube. We're looking for subscribers at T3 Body. Now, our Facebook, right now, we're working on it. It's at CaliFitWKO, but stay tuned for that Facebook to match that T3 Body, where our motivation inspires you to be better.